welcome back to Transform with Kaffy. And this particular series is dedicated to my journey as a single mother of two amazing kids, Sean and Liliana. And today I'm going to be talking about spirituality and faith in single motherhood. I don't know how I could have, would have survived this journey without spirituality and faith, without God, without surrendering to higher purpose, without speaking to self, rejuvenation of my spirit, crushing, humbling, dying of flesh. I can go on and on. This kind of journey is make it or break it from a perspective of with all the pressures, perceptions, systems that can rise against your existence as a single mom. Challenges, judgments that comes from left, right, and center like arrows, darts. You don't even need witchcraft before certain things feel diabolical by your fellow man, and most especially women sometimes. God has been the center of it all. I love God. I love my relationship with God. And I do not regret all the pain. Feeling and going through it is one thing. Understanding, alchemizing, and receiving the lessons in all of what has gone down is the greatest gift that you can have as a human being. Hey, it's Dr. Kaffy here, and I want to talk about something that resonates with my life, body, and spirit. Something that I prepared to share with the world is the book Alajota. Alajota is a book that helps an average individual find relatable circumstances that affected our growing up, especially from an African environment. A young child thriving to be seen, finding or seeking essence in life, navigating through all of that through a tool that is least considered anything, dance, and finding a voice, navigating through life, wifehood, motherhood, divorce. This book is that book. Alajota, the meaning is one who uses dance as a business, but it was initially created as a term in Yoruba language, derogatively, in a derogatory way, speaking about a dancer as someone is just like you're nobody. But I've wanted to prove to the world that the essence of who you are is not on a scale, or any metric system should not be the one to determine the worth of your existence. Whether you are a lawyer, doctor, shoemaker, hairdresser, photographer, you are all worthy. We are all worthy. And Alajota is that book that helps you see the resilient spirit of the human essence when it fights to come out, to explore, and to manifest in the world that we are hearing today, against all odds. So if you think you have odds running against you, this is a book that will not only motivate and inspire you, but it will drive you to move. It will drive you to see possibilities where there's impossibility. I did not give up on me. I saw what people did not see, even when they could not, or there were no systems in place to nurture the dream to life. I nurtured it to life by faith, by grit, by resilience, and by belief that I'm not here ordinarily. I am born of the Spirit of the Most High. And there's no how God is in me that I cannot achieve endless things in this world. So grab a copy of my book. Go to www.iamkaffy.com and go to my shop, and you can get a copy of this book. And there are options to how you can attain it, whether you want the e-copy, you want the print-on-demand copy, or you want an autograph copy. I have a limited supply of the autograph copy, so if you want it, there's a special way to get it. You should also follow me on social media at Kaffy Dance on Instagram, at I Am Kaffy Official on TikTok, and you can DM me if you want the autograph copy, and I can find a way to get it to you. Just being able to navigate all the different hurdles without completely losing my mind, it's good, because I lost my mind a lot of times. I lost my sense of self a lot of times, and I had to show up like a human being every day. I have to show up for work. I have to show up for my kids. I have to show up for survival. But I was drowning many times, over and over again. And for every time I was drowning, there's always one hand that lifts me up. Sometimes the upliftment comes from my spirit rising, because I had to consecrate myself under the umbrella of God and His Word. For every part of this journey, from the moment I knew that this is not working, there was always the Word of God trailing me. And God used different people, from Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo till Miles Monroe, the late Miles Monroe, may he rest in peace. Miles Monroe changed my perspective on singleness. I was like, I wish I knew about singleness and what God has in store for us when it comes to that before I even got married. Pastor Kingsley helped me with eye-opening details about the role of man and woman. I was playing both man and woman, and to my own detriment, I was enabling a lot of characters that definitely contributed to some of my negative experiences. From there, I also found Stephen Furtick, and his teaching helped me, repair the fabric of my faith. Then I had T.D. Jakes at some point. And you see, the funny thing about this journey is that for each phase of growth, there were people that my spirit was veering to listen to. And once that phase is done, if I go back listening to them, I'm not receiving the same thing anymore. It's as if that phase, God wanted me to listen to this space. This person had the message for me, right? And from T.D. Jakes, my crown started shifting back to Stephen Furtick. Then I found Bishop R.C. Blake's, when it comes to being a woman, a queen, breaking from soul ties, breaking from spiritual bondages that we didn't even realize that we are weaving ourselves in as we go into different interpersonal relationships or romantic relationships. Bishop R.C. Blake's opened my eyes and started helping me understand how to weave myself back into standards and self-worthiness, and started teaching me what to look out for, this is what to not do with men, this is how you stand for yourself. I'm like, it was so inspiring. From there, I was on a journey. I found Muji, I found Sadhguru at some point. I found different people. I found there's this book called Return to Love by Marianne Williamson, I think. I found hey, there's another woman that I found, though. I'm trying to remember her name. I hope I do remember. On YouTube, I was listening to her affirmations a lot. Let me see if I can find her on YouTube. You guys should please wait, because I need to mention her name. And I was like, wow, these are gold. They shaped my life spiritually, uplifting me, my soul, awakening. I'm going to mention, yes, I've seen her. Louise Hay. The first time I heard Louise Hay speak about you're not done. Everything that is yours is coming to you. I listened to her and I found another level of healing. I've now been to watch a lot of her videos. Then I found Joe Dispenza, who teaches you how to rewire your mind and brain so that you don't go back to negative loops that keeps creating your reality. I found, I mentioned Muji, Joe Dispenza. I found Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle. I also found, for my spiritual awakening and uplifting, I found Redefine TV. I found another man called Pastor Curry, and they were all part of Redefine TV. I listened to Therapy Thursday on Redefine TV. You guys should listen to Therapy Thursday. So when you are spiritual and you have faith, sometimes your faith is shook. It's not every day that you are strong in the spirit. And sometimes nothing might be happening, but the mind wanders and the thoughts drag you into this dark space. And you have to sit with it and let the light of God's word, spiritual awakening, upliftment, come through and meet you there. And when it meets you there, you will now see a lot that you didn't see before. You now be aware, hey, so this is where you're hiding. You're hiding behind what my father said to me when I was 8. You're hiding behind the day I was beaten fairly for this. You're hiding also. You are the one that is creating this limiting belief. You are this one that's creating this idea that I'm not enough. I'm not seeing myself as enough. When you sit with God, He will show you the way. And I will never be anywhere without God. I will never be here without God, without spirituality, without faith. And I'm going to use that to also speak to you, holding on. Whatever phase you are in your journey in life, whether it is marriage, whether it is relationship, whether it is divorce, whether it's singlehood, loneliness, with God, you're not alone. And I feel it might be easy to be saying this. It's not a feel-good talk, it's the reality of it. You have to know how to sit in the darkness because the darkness will shake. You have to allow that shaking to come out because the flesh is also fighting, the ego is also fighting. The justice your mind is fighting for, survival, the remembrance of all the pain, everything is fighting for your attention, and you have to will them into the spiritual groundedness, and they will stand. And you can now tell them it's okay, you are fine, you are safe. So I'll say to close, you cannot do this journey of transformation without God. Without uplifting your spirit and your soul, you cannot, you will not, you cannot. You'd only be superficial. It'll only be surface level. If you want to go deep, you're going to go spirit. You're going to touch your spirit. And that is where the re-engineering of your body, of your mind and body is. That's the re-engineering of everything that you now want to see come to pass, to manifest, is when you're able to go deep and twist and turn and recalibrate in the spirit. Your subconscious mind and divinity to take control. And that's how I did it. And that's how I'm still doing it. And I will never stop doing it. Take care. Hey, ladies. So my journey of transformation will not be complete without me giving back the opportunity that God gave me for going through all I went through in life and giving me the capacity to rise above it in a lot of ways. I have created a program called Transform Her 100. It is basically for women. 100 days of total transformation is guaranteed. When I say total transformation, you'll see a shift in who you are physically, mentally, spiritually, and subconsciously. You'll be able to elevate yourself, rejuvenate your energy, and revive the divine feminine that you are inside. You'll be able to drop dress sizes and see the beauty in your body by loving it, understanding it, and be able to take care of it in the healthiest form and ways. All while having fun. This program is done virtually, and I have the best coaches around the world coming in, dropping resources, pitching in some of the practices that we need to adopt in order to sustain this beautiful, healthy lifestyle and relationship we should have with ourselves. Ladies, you deserve it. You are worth it. And guess what? I made it cheap. When I say cheap, it's not cheap by virtue of money, currency, and I'll use the word affordable. $1 a day for 100 days. Do not tell me that you're not worth that investment, because you spend that money on wig, you spend that money on drinks, you spend that money on food that you use and go, you spend that money on gym subscription that you did not attend. This program is done virtually, and it is done in such a way whereby you can take your time. There is privacy in there, even though it's a community. Your own journey is private because you get your own login details. You'll be able to start your journey at your own pace. However, we have a community which worked last time I did a program like that. The community was the driving force. Women who were supporting women, helping women. And guess what? We created a network, and they were meeting themselves from all parts of the world. That is the healthy space that you need to thrive, to survive, and to transform. Transform with Kaffy 100 is meant for you, and you know that. So subscribe now. Go to www.iamkaffy.com and you can click and just pay for your subscription. You can waitlist on the app, because at the end of the day, we are also going to be adding the program to the Ijoda app. So waitlist on the Ijoda app. At the same time, go and secure your slot at the www.iamkaffy.com website. Go to shop, secure your slot. Let's know that you are on the journey of becoming not just an Ijodian, but a transformer.